Where are you headed to tonight?
Doesn't matter. It's none of your damn business, dude. I didn't go to war for you to play Billy Badass like this. All you're doing is eating too much and making that uniform look like crap.
Are you carrying? Are there any weapons down there? I get nervous when you move your hands like that.
This man was pulled over for no reason. He wasn't speeding, broke no laws, and drove a legitimate truck. When the man asked why he was pulled over, the officer claimed he couldn't see his license plate. The cop then demanded driver license and ID, but the man refused, saying he hadn't committed any crime and didn't consent to any search. When he asked for a sergeant, the officer ignored the request, and instead of de-escalating the situation, kept pushing further and trying to intimidate him. But this man knew exactly how to handle the situation, and he shut the tyrant cop down.
How are you, sir?
Been better.
Why's that?
I got pulled over for no reason.
Okay. Well, it's not no reason.
Why's that?
Okay. Well, I couldn't see your license plate because of the tint in
So
your
no
windshield.
reason.
No, that's not no reason. How's that no reason?
Because you couldn't see it, now you do, and now it's there, and I got pulled over. I'm completely legitimate. I am a Texas registered, that tint's legal in Texas, everything's legit. I got pulled over for no reason.
No, it's not a no reason. I didn't see it. I see it now that I
So
can
you're
walk
incorrect.
up to the car.
Okay, so now I got
Okay.
pulled over and you were erroneous.
I'm not erroneous. My pulling you over was correct. But now that I'm up this close, I can
Now you see how you were incorrect.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, can I take a look at your driver's
Nope,
license real quick?
I don't consent.
Okay.
There's no legal reason for you to pull me over. You can keep walking, man. Am I free to go?
You're not free to go. I'd like to make sure you're okay to drive this car.
I'm good to drive this car. I don't consent to anything you have to say. Please leave. Please may I be on my way.
Okay. Where are you headed to tonight?
Doesn't matter. It's none of your damn business, dude. Let
Okay.
me go. I'm good to go. You have absolutely no right to have pulled me over, and you're just pushing this thing, and I got stabbed by one of you crap cops, and this freaking DA up here is charging me for it to keep it quiet. All you guys have done is terrorize me, and all you're doing right now is doing nothing, accomplishing absolutely nothing, and there's no reason for you to be messing with me. All you're doing is eating too much and making that uniform look like crap.
Okay. I'm not messing with you, sir. I couldn't see your license.
Right, so am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go. I'd like to see registration and driver's license.
I do not consent. I don't consent. I don't consent. There's no reason for you to ask me for that. There's no reason for you to pull me over. You were erroneous. Ma'am, am I free to go?
I need to see your driver's
Nope.
license.
Am I
and your
free to go?
registration
I don't
before you go,
consent.
please.
I don't consent. No,
Okay.
there's absolutely no reason. There is absolutely no reason, pal, for you to ask for that when you were erroneous to pull that over.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, I disagree.
Call your sergeant down here.
Okay. I don't
Call your
have a
sergeant down here.
Okay.
Call your sergeant down here. There's
I-
no reason for you. You saw that it's erroneous right there. Everything, run my tags, do all that stuff. I don't consent to any reason you doing any of this. I absolutely detest everything in your being right now. Am I free to go?
No, I just need to see your driver's
Nope,
license.
don't consent. There's absolutely no reason for you to ask for that. Piss off, dude. Straight up, man. Straight up. I'm a combat veteran wounded warrior, and you have absolutely no reason. I didn't go to war for you to play Billy Badass like this. Go get your cop. Go get your sergeant. There's absolutely no reason for you to be pulling me over like this. I've been terrorized by the cops in this town, and you're doing your job to step in them shoes. I do not consent to anything. Am I free to go?
Okay, can I ask you how I'm terrorizing you?
Because you pulled me over for no reason. Am I free to go?
I pulled you over.
Am I free to go?
No, sir. I need to see your driver's license.
Nope,
and
I know.
registration,
I don't
please.
consent. Am I free to go?
No. Can
I don't
please-
consent. Am I free to go?
Can I ask you one question?
No, you already asked. You
No.
already done enough, man. Am I free to go? Ma'am, are you his sergeant?
Nope,
Can you get your sergeant up here?
he's in charge.
This guy is not complying. He illegally pulled me over. He wants to search and seizure me and my being, and he has absolutely no reason to. Y'all terrorists can take this elsewhere. I'm not consenting.
Okay. If your driver's license is good, I just need to verify.
There is
that.
no reason. Tell me why you need to verify that. I wasn't breaking any law. I wasn't speeding, and you can see that my truck is legitimate. Why do you need to see anything?
Okay.
You don't. Go. Let me leave. I do not consent. Let me go.
Okay. All I want to do is check that you're good to drive.
I'm good to drive.
Okay.
I do not consent. Let me go.
I don't know.
I don't consent. Let me go.
Okay.
Well, you pulled me over illegally because you could not see the license plate in my thing. Now your story is you don't know if I'm good to drive. Dude, I don't consent. Leave. You're terrorizing me. You're absolutely terrorizing me. Am I free to go?
No. You're
Why
not
not?
ready to go.
Why not?
I just need to check, see if
No,
you're good to
I
drive.
do not consent. I am good to drive. I was driving just fine. You pulled me over for a tag violation, not because I was erroneously driving. Dude, you can push this as far as you want to go. You're on video. You're on live uplink, live load. You had better hope, Lee Wachowski, that you are correct, because you're asking me now that I'm not good to drive my vehicle when you just said that you pulled me over because you couldn't see my tag. Am I free to go?
No, I just need to make
That's
sure your
illegal
license
search
is
and
valid.
seizure. There is absolutely no, you do not need to. There's absolutely no reason for you to. I don't consent. There's absolutely no reason.
Okay, then will you provide me with your name and date of birth so I can check?
Nope. Dude, you can run these tags. That's everything right there that you need to do, that are you legal to do, and that you can see through the window like you just said. I do not consent. Am I free to go?
No, sir. It's very simple.
Get your sergeant on the line. I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. Am I free to go?
No, sir. If you just let me see your driver's license.
There's no reason for you to do this, dude. Do you know who I... All right, I'll show you something.
I
I'm
know
not...
who you are. Okay. Are you carrying? Are there any weapons down there? I get nervous when you move your hands like that. Okay.
Take that. That's ID.
He even showed his card to prove who he was, and honestly, it's kind of hilarious how the officer kept pushing, trying to create a problem out of nothing.
Okay.
Now you're trying to get legal to do. Piss off.
I'm not trying to do anything.
Yep, you are.
But
You
check your driver's license.
Dude, that's my ID right there. Why don't you go look that up?
That is not ID.
Why don't you find out how you're going to wind up on film?
That's fine. I realize I'm on film.
Yeah,
I'm not
dude.
protesting
I do
that.
not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. There is no reason for you to pull me over. You said you saw it now. Now am I free to go?
No, sir.
Don't consent. Get your sergeant on the line.
Okay.
Get your sergeant up here. Get your sergeant up here.
They're
Get your
coming.
sergeant up here.
In the meantime, if you just let me see your driver's license and I check that you have a valid driver's license.
The officer had no lawful reason to stop this man. He wasn't speeding, he broke no laws, and yet he was illegally detained for simply driving his legitimate truck. Even after the man calmly explained he hadn't committed any crime, the officer still demanded his driver's license and ID. Under the Fourth Amendment, unless a driver is suspected of a crime or has broken a traffic law, they are not required to provide ID. The man also requested to speak to a sergeant, but instead of respecting his rights, the officer ignored the request and tried escalating the situation further. When the man tried to show his work ID to prove he wasn't hiding anything, the officer absurdly accused him of possibly having a weapon, claiming he got nervous when the man moved his hands, all while the man was simply reaching for an ID. It was clear this cop was desperately fishing for anything to justify the illegal stop, but he failed miserably. As the officer kept pushing, the man calmly rolled up his window, fully aware that the stop was unlawful. This was a clear abuse of authority.